What is up, race fans? My name is Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender podcast. And in this one, I will be reviewing the Nashville race. So before the race, Justin Haley had to go to the rear, and he also had to do a pass-through penalty as he did unapproved adjustments before the race. Stage 1 was 90 laps. Denny Hamlin and Josh Berry were on the front row. I believe this is Josh Berry's first ever front row. That Denny Hamlin leads the initial start. Then Christopher Bell takes the lead a little while later. After that, green flag pit stop start, where Gibbs takes the lead, then Reddick takes the lead, then Hamlin takes the lead, then Christopher Bell takes the lead after they all pit. And Christopher Bell ends up winning stage 1. So at the end of stage 1, there are 14 cars that were laps down. Going into stage 2, it was 95 laps. Denny Hamlin won the race off pit road, and he ends up leading for a little bit. Then John Hunter Nemechek spins, bring out the first caution of the race. After that, Christopher Bell wins the race off pit road. Ross Chastain ends up getting a equipment interference penalty. A little while later, Ty Gibbs spins, bring out the second caution of the race. After that, we got the third caution of the race for rain, and we got a red flag, which was a hour and 20-minute delay, which meant I had to watch it live back because I didn't record enough at the end, which we will get to that. After we got back racing, Fincham, who was driving the number 66, ends up retiring the car, so he's the first car out. He was basically last all day. Didn't really pass anyone. He just had a slow car. Not really impactful. After that, Christopher Bell ends up winning stage 2. And with that being said, there was one car out of the race and one car that was laps down. Going on to the third and final stage, it was 108 laps. Christopher Bell won the race off pit road. Corey LaJoie got loose and gets into Riley Herbst, who gets into the wall. And Herbst is out. That brings out the fourth caution of the race. After that, Tyler Reddick ends up taking the lead. Then Eric Jones gets into the wall, bringing out the fifth caution of the race. Then Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell have a nice battle for the lead. Then Chase Elliott ends up spinning, bringing out the sixth caution of the race. After that, Ross Chastain wins the race off pit road. Then Ryan Blaney ends up leading, as he did not pit. Christopher Bell spins and hits the wall, bringing out the seventh caution. Bell is out of the race. After that, Keselowski hits the wall, bringing out the eighth caution. He is out. Then, during the caution, Carson Hocevar seems to spin Harrison Burton. It also looked like Harrison Burton kind of brake-checked Hocevar on it. I don't know if there's going to be a penalty for Hocevar, because NASCAR does not like people spinning other people under caution. I don't remember who the last person to do that was, but I believe he got like a 25-point penalty and a fine. So I don't know if that's going to happen here. Burton didn't end up hitting the wall, he just spun. But, yeah. After that, Ross Chastain ends up taking the lead. Then Michael McDowell ends up retiring the car, so he is out of the race. Then Denny Hamlin ends up taking the lead. And then we get to the final couple laps where Austin Cindric spins, bringing out the 9th caution of the race and the first overtime of the race. Then, after that, Kyle Larson ends up getting loose and bumping into Chastain, who hits the wall, spins, and collects John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Dillon, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie, William Byron, Daniel Hemrick, and Tyler Reddick. So that's the 10th caution of the race and the second overtime. And out of that, I believe it was only Chastain who couldn't continue. I don't know if there was more. After that, Ryan Preece bumps into Harrison Burton, who collects Corey Haim, Josh Berry, Ryan Blaney, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Todd Gilliland. So that brings out the 11th caution and the third overtime. And for this one, Harrison Burton was out. Don't know if any more was out again. They didn't really do a good job posting like who was in these wrecks and who couldn't continue. And at this point, a lot of the front runners were kind of running out of fuel. Some of them were on fumes, being over 100 laps on this fuel run. And when we got started again, Kyle Larson runs out of fuel, and Kyle Busch ends up spinning and hitting the wall behind him, bring out the 12th caution and the 4th overtime, and Busch is out. Then Joey Logano takes the lead when Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. pit, since they were out of gas. Then Josh Berry spins, hitting the wall, bringing out the 13th and final caution and the 5th overtime, which is the final overtime. And after that, Joey Logano holds on to the lead with a hard-charging Reddick at the end there. And Logano wins at Nashville. The top 5 were Joey Logano, Zane Smith, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Preece, and Chris Buescher. At the start, the race was kind of boring. Then kind of picked up, and then the chaos at the end was just... There was too much chaos. People should have pit, if I'm being honest. But with that being said, I'm probably going to rate this race I liked it at the end, so I'm going to put it as a 7.5 out of 10. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other channels, one being my main of Fan and Tan, and the other one being a D&D one that is under the Boundless Shores. Go check those ones out, and join me next week for the Chicago Street Course. That's going to be a good one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.